Libra, welcome to Pure Tarot. Glad you're here. We're gonna jump right in. We're gonna start with a Moonology card. It flew out. Surrender to the... I almost had to reach for my glasses. Surrender to the divine. Full moon. I'm thinking about Libran's famous indecision, right? About always thinking twice, did I make the right choice before I even commit, or before I give my, answer, before I decide, whatever, before I act. You'll be weighing options. So my point is here that it's extremely difficult for you to surrender to the divine, right? Because your brain usually kicks in and wants to make sure that you're on the right path all the time. Five of Cups in reverse. But the card is asking you to maybe shut the mental, like shut the chatter inside the hamster wheel, right? Ace of Cups in reverse. You've had some disappointments. This one, 2 came out. Wheel of Fortune in reverse and Justice in reverse. That's really crazy. It just came out, the 2 cards in reverse for Virgo. I just did Virgo. These 2 cards came out. I was telling them how, the wheel never stops turning, but here it's in reverse, so you're feeling in the low, pretty low, even you're feeling low self-esteem, you're feeling low self-love at the moment. You're feeling that it's difficult to love others. You're feeling out of balance. This is your card, right? And she's in reverse. The wheel is in reverse. The Ace of Cups is in reverse. You have the 5 of Cups in reverse, but it's not much of a push, right? It's disappointment. It's to a lesser degree than if it was upright, but it's still a disappointment. For me, the Ace of Cups is one of the cards, at least for me, doesn't matter what other people think, but I read the divine a lot on this card, or I correlate it to the divine. This low that you're experiencing feels pretty low, I have to admit. And I think what's really positive about it is, the saying about it's when you reach the bottom, like that you actually spring back up, because you need to hit rock bottom to maybe either learn the lesson or just finish the story, or like go to the end of what it is that you're experiencing, so that you can actually come out of it, like to end the cycle kind of thing. So no wonder you're being asked to surrender to the divine, because there's absolutely nothing that you can really do besides really trust, open your mind to, you know, if you're caught up in your mind, you're going to be very off balance. If you quiet your mind and open yourself up to the divine, you gain a lot more stability and peacefulness, for one. But also, you don't have to do anything. I'm hearing that you're not asking. So there's something about being in this particular low that you're in, where maybe you have like those blinders. Blinders. So you're not seeing that you need to ask the universe, right? It's like you've forgotten about that part. You're like so caught up that you're not realizing that you're not being in touch with your desires. So it's almost like that pit that you're into, that you're like that slope, and then that bottom that you're either, maybe you've hit bottom, maybe you're about to hit bottom. You're pretty down there, but I mean, you're still maybe like, so part of it is for you to turn the energy. You have to put a little bit of input, but like the input is not like forceful. On the contrary, there are things that are not up to you, but the one little portion that is up to you to help the universe help you is to ask. There's something you need to ask. I want to get some cards on that. There's one that... I'm going to wait to see if some cards turn. I'm glad to see this card. Only one came out, but it's full on like Queen of Wands. She knows what she wants. You know, talk about asking the universe. If there's one queen that knows her desires, it's the Queen of Wands. She's like super passionate, super fiery, right? She's like the one that, like, she'll jump at things to, you know, that really inflame her. So it's like, she's like, she just wants to keep asking for more, you know what I mean? Like she's the one that can, like, think about, let's say, the Queen of Pentacles. It's a very pragmatic energy, like, that works differently. That's more cautious, you know, that might evaluate more, you know, like, okay, is this a good investment? Is this a good opportunity? Is this whatever, right? But the Queen of Wands just doesn't think too much, right? She doesn't weigh things like eternally about, okay, yes, no, maybe, you know, I don't know if it's the right choice. Make the choice, undo the choice, whatever. All of that Libran sort of brain, right? And because it's you have to remember, Libra, you're quite cerebral, so that's really like a brain thing, where when you are pondering like that and weighing things, um, it's where you get caught up in your mental, in your thoughts, and you're not connected to your desires, your heart, and maybe your higher self. So do you know what I mean? So, and we can tell you're not connected to your heart here with the Ace of Cups in reverse. And we can tell you're off balance by being too much in your head here. So the way out, I sense it so strongly. Like, get in touch with your desires and ask for what you desire. It'll shift the wheel. It'll turn this around. And you don't have to do anything else but ask. You. There's no actions to be taken. This is really you need to like just put it out there. Let's get a triad oracle card here. 2 came out. I'm gonna need my glasses. Wow, okay, this is it's really interesting. One is racine. Racine is root, and you have the tree of life on the card. And look what came next to it. Mort. Mort is death. So it's like life and death here. But it's root. But it's just that it's the tree of life from the Kabbalah, right? So it's an interesting, I'm thinking about the Libran, this is like black or white. This is like, left or right. This is, it's life or death. It's like the opposites, right? It's the, that's really interesting. Actually, let me read the keywords on root. Origin, foundation, basis, the past, and regression. I'm gonna keep origin. And then on the death card, it says radical change, passing, widowhood, passage, tomb, and entity. So that bottom that I'm describing, that you're either like you've hit rock bottom or you're almost there. Yeah, you're in the middle of that. So you feel that it's a passage, right? Because at the moment it's feeling difficult, of course. All these cards in reverse. I mean, the words passing and widowhood and tomb are sort of creepy. But I do have to mention it in the sense that it's possible that you I'm gonna say, because that's how it's the energy is there. There's maybe a female figure that might be passing away. I don't know when. Could be this year. Could be next year. Because we have origin and root. It could be a mother, so the person from whom you originate. It could be you know, surrender to the divine is another form of death. It's going to be difficult to express for me. I mean, I find it's obvious to say that it's like dying. I think what I mean is because you don't control anything. And I'm sort of feeling like if you surrender to the divine, it's like your soul leaves your body, right? It's like the surrender is the death. So it could be ultra symbolic and have nothing to do with someone in your life passing. It could be simply that you're experiencing symbolic death, right? Where the person you knew to be is dying, and this is the sort of low that you're experiencing. You will be reborn as this Queen of Wands. So I was looking at the keyword and I focused on, it said the past. So it's a death to the past. I'm sorry. I'm deep in thought here. I'm looking at this drawing, like the character that is lying on its back on the wheel. I mean, because the card is upside down, right? The character looks like he's lying down. I'm still on that energy of someone close to you. It still lingers. That's why I'm sort of really quiet. It's a strange one. Libra. Sorry. Get a trinket. A lock. So, on a more positive note, if you're unlocking this for yourself, right? You have it on the locks that you know, it's something about your desires. You're not asking, you have it under locks. So this is what needs to die. What also needs to change is your capacity to honor your desires and make the asks, you know. Surrender is very important because, like I said, surrendering and death are linked. Yet, this card for me is both the past, the origin, but I do see it as life. So there's something, eventually when the wheel turns again, there's new life. So you can count on that. But you're still in the low, and in the low, in the low portion of that cycle, your Queen of Wands energy, your fire, your passions, that's all under wraps, like under lock. So Libra, it's a strange one. I also felt a very strong energy that I don't like to bring up, but if it's there, I have to bring it up, so I did. Anyway, let's end the reading here. I will see you on the next one. Thank you.